Now to a community on edge. As police in Tracy, California investigate the murder of 8-year-old Sandra Cantu, many parents in that community are fearful about the safety of their own children. We're going to speak to Sandra's mother and aunt in just a moment. But first, NBC's George Lewis has the latest on the investigation. George, good morning to you.
Good morning to you, Matt. Here at the mobile home park where Sandra lived with her family, the memorial to Sandra has been taken down because of the threat of inclement weather. The stuffed animals donated to charity, as people here ask the police to bring her killer to justice.
It just doesn't make sense to people here in Tracy. Why Sandra Cantu, described as sweet, kind, popular by those who knew her, could end up being killed. Her body discovered inside this suitcase that had been disposed of in a pond north of town.
It's just sad that somebody would think so despicable to kill this little girl. I mean, that's crazy. It's insane. There's a monster out there. He's got to be apprehended.
That feeling is echoed by many in this community who want Sandra's killer or killers caught.
We feel a great deal of pressure. We want to find who is responsible for this, but we don't want to rush to judgment.
At the Baptist church where police and FBI agents served a search warrant on Tuesday, church member Fred Williams was locking up after investigators left.
They're doing their thing and what they're trained to do, right? You know, and they're going to hopefully they find the person that did it.
And police will not say why the church, now a tourist attraction, figures into their investigation. At the school that Sandra attended, the psychologist in charge of grief counseling says Sandra's classmates are deeply upset, many having nightmares and trouble sleeping.
They're mad about this, and they want to know who did it, and they want to know how somebody could do this.
Sandra's aunt and uncle paid a brief visit to the improvised memorial to thank people for their expressions of sympathy.
Let's go. I can't do this.
But overcome by emotion, they cut the visit short.
So, Sandra's aunt has been telling reporters the one thing that keeps the family going through all of this is the support and the solidarity of the community. Matt?
All right, George, thank you very much. It's such an awful story. Sandra's mother, Maria Chavez, and her aunt, Angie Chavez, are in Tracy. Ladies, good morning to both of you, and please accept my sincere condolences.
Thank you.
Maria, I know it was important, although excruciatingly hard for you to appear this morning. You wanted to be able to speak about your daughter. Can you tell me about Sandra?
I loved her so much. She was happy.
Angie, maybe you can give Sandra a moment, a second, Angie, and maybe you can help fill this. And I know she had just such an amazing smile. She's described as sweet and kind and popular. She liked Hannah Montana. She liked to cook. Tell me more about her.
Oh, she was so fun-loving and just full of energy, full of life. Like you said, she loved Hannah Montana. She used to sing Best of Both Worlds all over the house and color and garden. She loved to cook. In fact, the last time that I saw her, she helped me make breakfast. We took the kids down to Disneyland, and first ride she wanted to go on was the Matterhorn, and at 4 years old, I thought that was pretty incredible.
Pretty brave.
She and her sister screamed the whole way, but she wanted to go on it again.
Maria, are you okay to talk? I want to make sure you're all right.
I don't know.
Let me try to just ask this, Maria, and if not, Angie, you can jump in here. I mean, clearly you must have asked since Monday when you got this terrible news that her body had been found. Who could do something like this in a small community? Have you come up with any answers as to what may have happened?
No, we don't have any idea who could have done something this horrible to her. We just are praying that whoever did this gets caught and is brought to the full extent of the law.
There was the questioning of a local pastor recently, a guy named Lane Lawless. He lives close to your home. Police talked to him for something like 3 hours, then searched the church. I understand he's the grandfather of a girl that Sandra played with. What's your knowledge of Pastor Lawless?
I don't have any knowledge of him, but it's true that he did play, that Sandra did play with his granddaughter.
Have you haven't, or anybody in the family, spoken to Pastor Lawless since this happened?
No.
Maria, talk to me a little about your community. I know there's been an incredible outpouring of emotion and support from the people who live there in Tracy. What have you been hearing?
That's okay. The community has been just so generous and loving. We've had meals brought to us every day. There was a huge memorial out here, from what I understand, second to Princess Diana, which talks to the testament of this community and the support that they've been giving us.
And Maria, I'll say it for you, but I know you thought it was important this morning to please make sure that you thank the police for all their continued efforts and what they've been doing over the last several days to try to find not only Sandra when she was missing, but also now find the person who did this. And you know, Maria, my heart breaks for you, and I'm sorry that you're sitting there in that situation, but I know you wanted to share a little about your daughter, and we appreciate you. And Angie, thank you so much for being there as well. Our prayers are with you and your family.
Thank you.